So, welcome everybody, family, friends. Dee Campbell in the back, thank you, ma'am, for showing up. Appreciate having you. So, we started this last year with young Lieutenant Curtis, UPT Lieutenant Curtis from Shepherd Air Force Base, going to fly fighters here in a little while. Strike Eagles probably, because they're funny. So we started this last year, and for the folks that aren't familiar with what we're doing, we're actually we're dropping the AFSC's Air Force Specialty Code, the jobs for where some of our seniors are going. And we're doing this in kind of a UPT, undergraduate pilot training format, where we're going to bring them up here, we're going to talk bad about them, embarrass them, make them stand here, and then give them the job that they're going to have for the rest of their life, and then watch them cry. It's a lot of fun. So, before we get started, again, I wanted to say thanks to everybody for coming. Cadet Perreira, Cadet Rodriguez will be your masters of ceremony, but Major Divine's going to come up, and he's going to kind of give you some ideas about what some of these jobs might be.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many different jobs do you think, for the Officer Corps alone, how many jobs do you think are in the Air Force today? Anybody? What if I told you there was, first off, the term that we're going to drop is called an AFSC. Who can tell me what an AFSC is? Air Force Specialty Code, so you must be specialized in something. That's great. There are 153 different specialties in the Air Force. And I want you to guess a handful of these, okay? I want you to guess a handful of these. If I were to tell you that you were going to be a 93PX, what would you be? Anybody? You're going to be a patient. You're going to be in a hospital and you're probably sick. You actually get paid to be a patient and they categorize you as a patient. That's super a job. Oh, you drop a paycheck, you're getting better. I hope. That's a job. Let's see. Here's a fun one. 45U. Think about the U. Focus on the U. 45U. What's that? A urologist. You got it right. Congratulations.
You're a urologist.
You are in the Air Force as a urologist. We have a 44Z as an allergist. That must be a good one. What would be the coolest AFSC you think you could get here?
11
What if I were to tell you you were a 13 Alpha? 13 Alpha. You are an astronaut. That is correct. Absolutely. You are getting paid to be released from the Air Force to be part of the astronaut corps for an X period of time before you come back. That's a cool job. 35 Bravo. You're in the band. You must play an instrument. Medical social worker. Okay, that's great. Dietitian and wow, 43M is a medical entomologist. That means you study bugs. Okay, enough of that. But the point being this: when you meet somebody in your AFSC, you have an instant bond. So name dropping your AFSC seems to be the fun thing to do. You say, "Oh wow, you're a 63 Alpha. You're South." Yes. Yes. You got a bond. So wrap around this career field. It is your career field. Own it. Be proud of it, and you are going to be the best officer in that specialty for the rest of your career. Some of you can play around and shift back and forth, but know that this is your entryway into the Air Force and you're going to love it for the rest of your life. It's a great career. With that said, I'm going to hand it over to this guy, and we're going to find out what your nomenclature is going to be coming out of the chutes of ROTC.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cadet Rock, one of your co-hosts.
I'm Cadet Burns, the other co-host.
Okay, so some quick rules of engagement. Take your roasting like an adult, no quibbling, celebrate with your class, friends, and family, and fun will be had by all.
Even if you get a crappy job.
Even.
Or a urologist. I mean,
Alright, so before we get to the drops, we're going to have a quick group roasting for, of course. Here's a few of the senior class field training. A few of them had to spend 3 years as GMC to get here. They're not bitter about it at all, especially when you ask them about it. Here we have 3 seniors that represented the dead CTAs this summer. After his experience, Cadet Briscoe came convinced AEFCTAs are superior. The problem with this photo is that they're ruining a really nice sunset pic. Standing on the ground.
Okay, so here we have the weather seniors. Cadet Rodriguez, Burns, and Quinn dressed up as the Yip-Yips from Sesame Street. They went to class like this past Halloween. They spent the entire time echoing each other. When the professor said he would award anyone who dressed up 2 extra credit points, and they responded by muttering more and not enough. They then terrorized the National Weather Center by cooing and echoing each other with ooh-ha-ha. Also,
Cadet Woodall has a long
and we have a video of
Cadet Mason takes comfort in the fact that she was better wing queen than Cadet Thornton. That is an opinion, that's it. She was adamant for the longest time that she and Eds were just friends during their freshman year. No one really believed her. Now look who's just friends. So will Cadet Mason achieve her dreams to save the planet as a bioenvironmental engineer? Or will she be hibernating underground in North Dakota as a missile layer?
Okay, so these are the Air Force. So here's the deal. So everybody probably knows that she has been trying to become a bioenvironmental engineer, which we think will happen. So this happened, but we're waiting still for paperwork. So for those that don't know, we submitted paperwork in like March or April to get her assignment as a bioenvironmental engineer. When we went back and called in September, they said there's going to be a board in October. And then she called me like 2 weeks ago or something and said, hey, I haven't heard anything. Have you? I'm like, no. So I sent an email to the guy, and the email came back, I'm out processing. I don't work here anymore. Which, in Air Force terms, is not good, usually. So I called the new guy, finally got a hold of the new guy, and he's like, so, do you still have the package? Because we can't seem to find it. So, with that being said, we're where we're at, and hopefully down the road, within a little while, I'm over 90% confident that this will happen. But for now, we go with what we go, and then we'll get. It's a great career. It is a great career.
Up next, we have Cadet Quinn.
Yes.
Cadet Quinn is that 675's mystery man. He never shows up to voluntary events. Because, well, he just doesn't have to. He's a member of the cult-like weather flight that tends to have secret meetings and tries to predict the future. Pretty mysterious if you ask me. Oh, and I hear he's in pretty good shape. Cadet Perreira breaks? Or will he live out his dream to be a professional weather guesser? Cadet Volk is up next. As you can see from the picture, Cadet Volk has a strange obsession with weird fedoras. He currently serves Det 675 as the wing safety officer. He's always harping on cadets to tuck in their shoelaces and wear their safety belts. However, according to an eyewitness account, Cadet Volk was seen crossing the street one day without a safety belt.
Oh my God! That's like running with scissors.
And he also had his shoelaces untucked. Last year at Friendsgiving, he took home enough leftovers to feed an entire homeless shelter. So, will Cadet Volk end up flying a desk? Or will he end up trying to mooch free beer at pilot training? Now we have Cadet Thornton. Cadet Thornton is our current wing queen. Some say she's an overachiever. Those people are probably right. If you don't believe me, we have her 12-page bio right up here if you want to take a look at it after. As our current wing queen, she's tried her best to lead the detachment, but her best isn't as good as Cadet Mason's reign as However, she is currently on track to achieve her goal of world domination. But how will she achieve this goal? Will it be from the deep, dark missile silos in the frozen tundra of North Dakota? Or from a briefing room in the Pentagon as an intel officer?
Cadet Rodriguez is our current fearless Vice Wing Commander, just like her fellow Weather Flight Corps members. She likes to predict the future in her spare time. When she's not doing that, she kicks lieutenant zonas. She's at kickboxing. She prefers to do that during a thunderstorm instead of partying at the end of the semester. At CDI, she fiercely attacked the fire hose of her cadre with nothing but Nerf swords. She is truly a courageous leader. But will she be courageously guessing the weather as she's always dreamed, or will she just be kickboxing people at the main gate?
Up now is a Cadet Mason. Cadet Briscoe is infamous in ROTC nationwide for many reasons. Honestly, we could spend this whole drop night roasting Cadet Briscoe. But we don't have enough time to do that, and we do that enough of that on a regular basis. So we'll keep it to about 15 minutes. As a GMC, he basically lived at the old debt. So much so that cadets made it a game to see who could get the best picture of him sleeping. In his spare time, he likes to borrow his neighbor's lawn ornaments. Like the Santa Claus note he borrowed last holiday season.
Like your neighbor's not gonna find out.
Cadet Briscoe is also infamous within Arnold Air.
What?
Last NACOD, which he was in charge of, he had the distinction of the most stuttering within the speech at He also likes to trash talk all the Maxwell CTAs because he thinks they are inferior. So will Cadet Briscoe spend his Air Force career napping in a missile silo? Or will he be napping in the back of a T-6 over the beaches of Florida? But before that, we have one more video for Cadet Briscoe. Drum roll, please. Cadet Cloud.
I'm taking you away next week, by the way. When we had the old debt, he had a tendency to fall asleep in the FTP beds after a night of fun, only to awaken to Colonel Frick showing up after his morning run. During his first stint in FTP, Cadet Cloud had an entire caniac only for a few hours before FTP PT. He began throwing up when Cadet Eckenrode asked who the deputy flight commander was. Mid-vomit, Cadet Cloud snapped to attention and said, "Sir, I am." He then continued to vomit. So, will Cadet Cloud be guarding the fence around Air Force Base, or will he be stalking the Pentagon as an intel officer?
Options. But first,
But first,
Colorado.
alright, back to the drop here. What will he be? Alright, up next we have Cadet Burns. Cadet Burns is from the north. If you can't tell, ask her to take off her cheese head and pronounce paper bag. So, as another weather wizard, she likes to look up the sky and dream all day, thinking she owns the slopes. You can see here. As you can see here, she does not own the slopes. This is at Crystal Butte as well, after she says she's the best at skiing. If anyone wants to see, I also have GoPro evidence. Alright. Will Cadet Burns be directing visitors at security forces, or will she be weather and Gibeon for her career? Will Cadet Cox be right back out there getting a tan as security forces, or will he be staring at his career, or starting his career back in the States as an intel officer?
Cadet Woodall was originally supposed to be first tonight, but he was blatantly late. He says he's an electrical engineer with a high GPA, but no one really believes him. We suspect that's because he's actually an underwater basket weaving major. He currently serves at 675 as Cadet Briscoe's sidekick in MSG. In his FTP semester, Cadet Woodall had even worse bearing than he does now. When reporting into then Cadet Zones one time, Cadet Zones decided to test his bearing while Cadet Woodall was reciting the match comms. Cadet Zones hopped up on his desk so he could be eye level with Cadet Woodall. Woodall stifled a laugh and a giant booger shot out of his nose. And onto Cadet Zones' desk. He was then dubbed Cadet Snot Rocket. Here we have Cadet Woodall trying to pick up some ladies with his tacky Christmas sweater. It didn't work. So did AFBC actually believe he's an electrical engineering major? Or will he be checking IDs at a base near you? twist in tonight's festivities. Will Cadet Mason please come back to the front?
So, this whole bio-environmental engineer thing, well, I have a confession. For the first time, I pull up lied right to her face. After about, she left, and about 3 hours of me on the phone, you are going to be a bio-environmental.
Will the current Weed Queen come back up? Drum roll, please.
Okay, so some stats for you. The actual drop when it came out, of the 11 people, counting the pilot and the Wizzo, 10 people got their number one choice. And talking to some other debts and some other deck commanders, people were getting jobs that were not even on their choice of six. So well done, very well deserved.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Cadre, for coming. And we'd like to welcome Captain Hall from Navy. And,
just for you.
just for Cadet Perreira, this job. And so we'll go ahead and begin.
Drop of doom.
Slowest drop ever. Oh my god.
Is he going?
Yeah,
it's
it's
going.
rough.
All right. Still dropping. Sure,
Wow,
sure,
this is
volume.
going to
We got
take
the-
2 hours tonight.
Is there music? There's some sound effects.
Were we supposed to sing?
Here we go. Okay.
Make it rain.
Oh,
Oh, yes!
Cadet Perreira has been making it rain since 2011. He's got like 20, 40, 60, like 1, 2, 3. He's got like over $60 there. And he didn't even have to take his hat off. So that's pretty impressive. So Cadet Perreira has been sick on and off ever since he was Cadet Zone as his PT assistant in 2014. But he still somehow stays in good enough shape to do about 50 pull-ups a day.
One-handed.
So a lot of people say that Cadet Perreira has a man crush on Cadet Cox. I wouldn't say he doesn't have a man crush, he just has an actual crush on Cadet. So for the first 4 weeks of the semester of turning in the ops orders, he misspelled the word brief. And apparently at first it was funny, then it became kind of concerning. Then after bringing it up in a Spartan flight workout, no one could confidently confirm how to spell brief. That's true. So, will Cadet Perreira continue his tough guy image as a security forces officer, or will he end up pushing paper as a personnel desk job? Where's the sound effects? Public affairs?
Yeah.
Of course. really it, or yeah, it's really it. Okay, so we'll just have I need you to initial and then sign.
Feels like is that it?
Yeah, bro, that's it.
This got so red. His face got so red.
He got like real awkward there for a second. I was like, oh god, no.
There's gotta be more coming. Billy. He's like, oh no. Oh no. Well done. I'm excited. Super excited. Sorry I can't go tonight.
And that is all we got.